Hello everyone, I'm Rahul and today I'll show you how to create PEM files and P7B file. Let's see first types of PEM and files are required to create it. So, mainly, there are two types of a PEM file. First is full chain PEM file. Second is PEM file with full chain and private key in single PEM file. To create full chain PEM file, you need domain certificate on top. And after domain certificate, you need to keep intermediate certificate. And at the end of the file put root certificate. If you have a self-signed certificate, then you can rename the base64 CER file to .pem and save it. A base64 file will start with begin certificate and end with end certificate, which we will see next in the video. Now, to create PEM file with private key, you need to keep the private key on top, followed by domain certificate, then intermediate, and root at the end. Let's create a text file and rename it to full chain PEM file. Now open the newly created notepad. Open domain certificate file. And copy the domain certificate file's content and paste into new notepad. After domain certificate, open intermediate in notepad and copy the content and paste under domain certificate in new notepad. Now go to root certificate, copy the content and paste in new notepad, after intermediate certificate. So, now if you see, our full chain PEM file is completed. On the top of the file we have domain certificate, then intermediate certificate, and at the end we have the root certificate. Now, let's create the PEM file with private key. As only difference between both the PEM files is you need to put private key at the top of the full chain PEM file and save it. Let's open the private key in the notepad. Copy the private key and paste on the top of the full chain PEM and save it. Now, we have PEM file with private key and PEM file with full chain. So you can create the files as per your use case. Sometimes application requires single PEM file with private key, so you can create it by keeping the private key at the top. And when it requires PEM file and private key both as a separate file, then please follow the process to create full chain PEM file as per the video. Now let's see how to create P7B file. So, first open the domain certificate. Verify that the certification path has all the CA certificates installed in machine, or you can download it directly from the portal of certificate provider. Once you have verified the certification path, go to Details tab, click on the Copy to File button at the bottom and click on Next and select PKCS7 P7B file and include Certification Path button to create P7B file correctly. Now, save the file and give extension P7B, or it would take the extension automatically. Now double-click on the P7B file. And you would see that it has all the files. At the top, intermediate certificate, then root certificate, and the bottom you see the domain certificate.